Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, red dragons of all ages, welcome to the very first episode of Finger on the Pulse. I am your host, Nate Fingerman, and I am joined today by President of Wire TV Club, Grace Tran.
Hello,
Grace,
guys.
thank you for joining us.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Grace, just what is Wire TV Club all about?
So Wire TV is anything that you want it to be. It's a media-based club here at SUNY Oneonta. We produce TV shows. We have our own late-night show. We can really produce anything that anybody wants, and it's an opportunity for kids and students to learn all about TV broadcasting, learn all about the equipment that we have, and yeah, be able to direct and all that stuff.
If you could broadcast any message for any potential club members, what would you want to tell them?
Well, first off, I love you guys so much. You guys are awesome. Anybody who hasn't joined yet, you're still awesome, and I still love you. And just like have fun. I think that's the number one thing. Have fun, and just make friends. Like there's a lot of friends that I've gained throughout the years here, and just be open-minded too, and come in with creative ideas. I think those are the things that I would say to active club members and newer club members.
Wow, this club sounds great. Can I join?
Of course you can. Anybody can join.
Since you've been club president, what's been your singular favorite project that you've worked on?
Oh, wow. That's a really good question. I mean, there's been a ton of things that I had the opportunity to work on, but I probably want to say the biggest thing and the biggest change is probably just our late night show. That's been really, really fun to be a part of, to be in the writer's room, be on set, and just be around a bunch of creative people. I think that's been the biggest treat, and also just the biggest change of pace that's been really, really nice.
From when the cameras get turned on all the way to when the shows are released, what step in that process is your favorite?
Oh, that's a good question. I personally like post-production, which is outside the studio. I think it's very tedious, but it's also very rewarding. But in terms of production, I think doing TD. TD is very fun, technical director, and also directing, I think, is also very fun. So TD is like live editing. So
that's actually where I started out.
Yeah,
so what a jump I've made, really.
Exactly.
What do you think your legacy as club leader will be?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like you'll have to ask everyone else here. I don't know. Hopefully I leave a good legacy. Hopefully I give people a good experience while they're here, and I hope that I can teach them the things that I know, and I hope that they can teach others for whoever comes after. So yeah.
When you aren't in the studio or in post-production, what do you find fulfills you creatively?
I love this question. I personally like to play guitar. That's one way I get like creativity out. Journaling is also really good, and reading. I've been getting into reading a little bit. Found out I'm literate.
Hey, better late than never.
Yeah.
Let's say tomorrow $1 billion finds its way into your bank account. We won't ask how.
Yes.
What would your dream project be if you had unlimited resources?
Oh my God, that's an awesome question. $1 billion, what project? I would probably like to fly to Los Angeles, fly my whole entire family out, and everyone that I know there, and I don't know, probably work with all of the big names, you know, like all the cool actors and actresses. I think working with like a female director would be really cool, and just I don't know what project I would do. I feel like I'm like way too amateur to be doing like a feature film, but it would be cool to just like be there, you know what I mean, and be a part of it. I don't know if I'd be able to like delegate all of that, but it would be really cool.
Well, you got to start somewhere. You mentioned music as one of your hobbies.
Yes.
Who are some of your musical inspirations?
Ooh, right now I have been really liking Biba Doobie and the Marias. Those are like probably the top two that I enjoy listening to right now. But another thing that you will always catch me listening to is like lo-fi music. I love lo-fi music, like especially when I'm doing homework, or it's hard to listen to music when you're editing, but like anything like that, like homework or reading, I love listening to lo-fi music.
I am ashamed to admit I'm not much of a lo-fi guy.
Really?
Can you tell me more a little bit about that interest of yours?
Okay, so I don't even know what it stands for, if I'm being honest. But there's this one girl on YouTube. It's not even like a girl. She's called Study Lo-Fi Girl. I love her. She's so good. She has like a playlist on Apple Music, Spotify, and also YouTube. And it's just like chill and like relaxing, almost like cafe music, I guess, but like non-jazzy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
2024 was a blockbuster year for music. We had the Drake and Kendrick feud,
True.
which of course my white self is bringing up. We had Chappell Roan's rise to stardom.
Yes,
we had Brat
true.
Summer.
Yes.
Who do you think is going to be the biggest musician of 2025?
Oh my god. I feel like I'm the wrong person to ask. I don't know. Probably Doechii. I know she got like a bunch of Grammys. Fact check me, Grammys?
It is
Yes.
Grammys.
Grammys. So I think, well, she's not like new, but I think she's just gonna get like bigger.
Rising stars for sure. I do love those memes where it's like, I mean, F, I like, and then they say a bunch of different things after. I love those. What about film? What are you looking forward to seeing the most this year?
Oh my god, guys, check my Letterboxd. I love Letterboxd. Okay, there's this, I don't know if it's gonna be any good, but A24 is coming out with like this Backrooms kind of movie, and I don't know why I have like this weird, not like obsession, but like interest in like the Backrooms. I feel like that they're like so stupid, but also very scary. So I feel like that in a movie and them explaining what they think is the Backrooms, I think is something I'm very excited to see.
I've been getting more into horror this year, and
Horror's
I think this might be a hot take, but I think amateur directors or writers have a better understanding of what makes something scary because they can relate more to the average viewer.
So true. I agree with that.
For me, I think the biggest thing that I really want to see is I am just so excited about Christopher Nolan's Odyssey. Like, I'm a huge Greek mythology guy.
Yeah.
I have an appointment in a couple weeks to get a Greek mythology inspired tattoo.
Fun.
Hi, Mom and Dad. I'm getting a tattoo. Hello.
Wait, that's amazing. I love that.
Matt Damon has been a big fan of mine. You know those movies that are they're bad, but you see them at a pivotal age, so you defend them with your life?
Okay, yeah.
One of Matt Damon's films was one of mine.
Okay.
And Tom Holland and Zendaya, I think this is a good pairing for them. I know Tom's going to be out of Hollywood in a couple years. So
Really? I did not know that.
But he said once he has a child, I think he's going to be done acting.
I need a little, like,
Yeah, we can take a moment.
Zendaya and Tom Holland, like, baby running around. That's awesome.
Oh my goodness. Christopher Nolan's hot off of Oppenheimer, and I really can't wait to see what he does with the source.
I think that's very exciting, yeah.
What are your thoughts on the Snow White remake that's out now?
Ooh. Okay, so that's a very interesting question. I think people definitely have loads of opinions on it, and I don't know if I'm gonna give it justice, but I think Rachel
Zegler, right?
Zegler. I think she is an amazing singer. I think she's an amazing actress. Same thing with, I forgot her name. She plays some superhero.
Gal Gadot, right?
Yes, she's also a very amazing actress as well. Remaking Snow White, I think that there's like definitely more things to do out there creatively. I totally understand like where they're coming from in the sense that you don't need a man to kind of like save yourself, and they're trying to move that to a different direction. I just think that maybe they could have done it in a different way with like using their own plot, I guess, using their own story, creating it up, and not like. I
think that's fair enough. I think if you're having a movie that's the lead is a woman of color, I think they would be meriting of their own story. I think people of color in Hollywood deserve their own stories instead of just rehashing what people have done before.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, and just like women in general. But yeah, I think what I think their motives are good and their intentions are good. I probably won't watch it though.
Fair enough. To be clear, we're not notching Rachel Zegler. This is a Rachel Zegler safe space on this show, on Finger on the Pulse. And I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming on, Grace.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
And you can find us on Instagram at Finger on the Pulse TV Show, all one word. You can find Wire TV at Wire TV Oneonta. You can check there for future updates. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I am Nate Fingerman with Finger on the Pulse.
Woo.